seahawksfan12-pf's.
I sound it.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90!
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down, Rosen. And his throw here's incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Detroit! All right, here we go. 319! 319!
From the gun, it's Rosen. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Now Zare Jones. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 46. Play action. Now Wilson. And incomplete to open things up. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now it's Rosen looking. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Over! Here we go now. Blue landing.
A first down carry by Elliott. Nazaire Jones there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate Dalvin alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Detroit!
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Detroit!
Now it's Rosen. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. After the interception, here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And a short gain here down to the 22. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go now.
Now Rosen looking to throw, and it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 11 and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Tempo.
2nd and 10, it's Wilson again. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Detroit! Gone! Detroit! Over!
Rosen will throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
To throw is Rosen. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. On first down, Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Here's Wilson to throw. Got some room at the 30. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now Wilson on second down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Wilson now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And he'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there. and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hut!
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be fielded at the 17. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On play action, Rosen. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The give is to Elliott. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to Johnson again. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Rosen just getting the snap off and 1. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th.
Now, Barney. Now let's go. 3-19.
Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The 13 yards that time and a first. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
Cut. Green 39.
A give to Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Gone. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Let's go. Hey, over here.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Let's go, 14.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Wilson on first down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 50, check 50.
Wilson on 1st and 10. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on first down. Wilson forced out to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Let's go to work. Let's go to work.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. To throw is Wilson, buying time to his left. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Shrug. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And an alley to run. And he gets him set up near midfield for the moment. But with that penalty marker down, I don't know if it's going to hold. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cardinals, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say that.